Welcome to my Days of Our Lives official channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. On this episode of Days of Our Lives, Fiona's revelation destroys Xander and Alex, Theresa sobs and leaves, Bonnie sees the bright side, and Brady meets two drink partners. Fiona, Xander's mother, approaches him at the altar during the wedding in the square. Theresa is worried as the guests react with shock and interest. Paul texts Brady while seated next to Andrew to check on him. Brady texts back from the pub, saying, "Just made it to a meeting." He had a martini in front of him. Leo eats up the drama back at the wedding. Fiona informs Xander that she received the wedding invitation too late to send in her response in time. So she boarded an aircraft without a second thought. Sarah cheerfully steps in to give her introduction. Theresa shuts her eyes and takes a deep breath. Fiona finds out about Victoria, her grandchild. Following Victor? That's appropriate, I guess, she sneers. Shouting that she's her grandmother, she peeks in on the lovely child with stiffness. Maggie states that she is Victor's widow. Fiona claims that many years ago, she and Victor were close. Maggie mentions that she was wed to Titus, Victor's brother. Theresa frantically begs them to resume the ceremony. When Ava descends from her upstairs room into the pub, she discovers Brady intoxicated. She remarks, "I thought you didn't drink." He replies, taking a sip of his martini, "I don't." He vents his sarcasm over Theresa getting married to Alex. If he wants to talk about it, Ava asks. Fiona wonders who Theresa is in the square. Leo interrupts to say that she recently wed Victor's son. Alex makes his introduction. Fiona is perplexed and can only remember Beau and Philip as Victor's sons. Alex describes the letter that was discovered following Victor's passing. Theresa pushes Maggie to continue the ceremony, but Fiona has more questions. Fiona declares Alex to be a liar and says it won't wait. She insists on viewing the letter. Justin pulls it out, saying that shortly after Alex was born, Alex's mother wrote it to Victor. Leo gapes with pleasure. Angelica did not write the letter, according to Fiona. "Yes, I did." Xander Theresa gets a frown from Alex and Sarah Fiona. Theresa gives Xander a nervous glance. Xander is indignant to find out what his mother is up to. Fiona is sorry that everything has come to light, but she was married to Titus and had an affair with Victor. "Oh!" shrieks Leo. "Here we have a wedding in Salem." Fiona secretly wrote to Victor about his son, Alexander, the name she gave Xander, because she didn't want Titus to know that she had betrayed him. It seems like someone altered her signature on the correspondence. According to Justin, the ISA returned Victor's briefcase, which contained the letter. "Does anyone else have access?" she queries. Alex looks over at Theresa as Paul notices the frown on Andrew's face. "You were the one, wasn't it?" Remembering that Theresa was in Greece by herself with the briefcase, he lets out a cry. Despite her best efforts to backtrack, Alex assumes, with anger, that she altered the letter. He yells, "Tell me the truth." Theresa says so through tears. While Alex demands to know who assisted Theresa in forging the letter, Sarah represses an enraged Xander. "It was," she confesses, "Constantine." Alex gives Theresa a grimace. At the pub, Ava hears Brady's story about Theresa as she takes a drink from him. She expresses her own concerns about Harris. She inflicted her own misery, though, unlike Brady. Brady observes that the degree of pain remains unchanged. She no longer had Harris as a continuous reminder of what she lost, though. He slams his drink and makes fun of Theresa and Alex for having such a great time on their wedding night. Maggie is in shock at learning that Theresa had been collaborating with Constantine all along in the square. Theresa claims she was unaware of his level of danger. Theresa giving Alex what was rightfully his makes Xander furious. Theresa may have cheated on Xander, but at least he wasn't married to her, Alex spits. Theresa flees, crying. Justin envelopes Sunny in his arms, and an emotional Alex reciprocates the embrace. Once the visitors have departed, Sunny, Justin, and Bonnie gather around Alex. He regrets not paying attention to all of the warnings concerning Theresa. One positive, according to Bonnie, is that Justin is actually your father. That's a positive thing, according to Alex. Hi, father. He feels Justin's hug, and they both declare their love for one another. Sunny is drawn in for a group hug. According to Justin, they will get the marriage dissolved and he will call the police. Alex takes off, realizing he must leave. Ava tells Brady she'd rather go to bed than have another martini at the pub. Are you looking for some company? Brady asks slyly. Perhaps they will be comfortable together. Ava is aware that would only last a short while. Kristen is also her supervisor. Brady claims she's not required to know. Even though Ava is very tempted, her impulsive actions almost always end in disaster. She tells Brady that Theresa is a wonderful guy and that they should move on. He pledges to get Ava a car to get home, so Ava goes upstairs. Xander approaches his mother in the square, full of rage, for lying about Victor. They didn't wish to destroy Titus, she clarifies. Xander queries, what about after he died? After Titus passed away, Fiona describes how she crumbled and seldom spoke to Xander. Xander remembers crumbling as well, but his mother was away somewhere, drinking herself to death. Fiona expresses regret for abandoning him. Nor does he want her there right now. Arise from my vision, he grimaces. Reluctantly, Fiona gives in. Sarah proposes they go home and work things out, but Xander says he and Sarah should still be married. Xander walks out after saying he'll see her there. A sly smile. Leo extends 2 cake plates to Paul and Sunny, who look down on him. Leo approaches Paul from across the square, curious as to whether Andrew was plotting with his sister. Later, Leo gives Paul and Sunny wedding cake. Before taking a bite of his own cake, he remarks, just because the wedding was a disaster is no reason to let a perfectly good cake go to waste. Andrew discovers Theresa gathering her clothing somewhere else. Are you going somewhere, sis? He asks somberly. She wonders if he will reveal to everyone that she helped Constantine abduct Victoria. Though he won't, Andrew advises her to handle it alone. A distraught Theresa grabs her street clothing while still wearing her bridal dress. Justin feels happy that Victor never lied to him and that Alex is still his son as they are at the square with Bonnie. Alex rushes to the park in the interim. Stephanie trails behind to check on him. She gives him a hug when he swears he's not. Xander pours himself a drink as he enters the Kyriakis estate with a march. Slamming it, he pours another. He glares at Victor's picture before taking a sip of that one. To the father, to you. It appears like you saved the finest joke for last. With a gulp, he tosses the glass. It collides with the picture. Brady is encountered by Fiona at the pub. Who's sitting here? She queries. Brady holds out Ava's unfinished drink to her. How gallant, she smirks as she sits. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, so please don't forget to subscribe my channel and don't miss any update.